Hi guys, welcome back once again. I really hope you're doing fine wherever you are. Okay guys, I really just want you to watch this powerful message from angry Damion Crawford. He has really came out and questioned the PM of Jamaica and Holiness of how he's ruling the Jamaican government and how there is a lot of crime rate in Jamaica. We all know what's really happening in Jamaica, and a lot of Jamaicans have really came out in large number and complaining about the PM. Kindly watch this clip till the end and then I'll be back with more comments.
People's National Party. Indeed, the concept of minimum wage was really, I mean, the setting of the minimum, the first setting of the minimum wage was done, I think it's 74, Michael Manley and the People's National Party. Now, Mr. President, we need to be careful how we allow for people to be used as props, especially within the Parliament. We need to resist the belief that the Prime Minister seems to have, that resources of the nation can be used as he so pleases as gifts to individuals without policies. I give, for example, peanut dread. Radam, I know somebody went to the Prime Minister in his effort to be cool. I know you don't know peanut dread. He's not that cool. And maybe he didn't know that Peanut Dread said that he had an injury through an accident that he could not afford to get fixed at the hospital. I said to myself, how Peanut Dread can't afford healthcare when healthcare is free? So maybe Peanut Dread knows that it is a lie being sold, that healthcare is free, because you almost have to pay for every single thing when you actually get there. So the policy that, oh, we have free healthcare, when there is no healthcare, that should have been fixed when Peanut Dread came here. Because that are the things. There are others like him who might not make the Prime Minister popular, but who are in same circumstance. So the People's National Party wants to tell Peanut Dread and others like him that we have proposed from our last manifesto that there should be a national health insurance. And when I spoke to the current leader, the man said, go and go shoot it, man, because we still believe in the national health insurance. We got from a large insurance company a costing, a calculation of what that will cost. And they stated some of the benefits of this national health insurance. And one of what it costs, I know, I mean, you like this one here, Senator Grant. Office.
Senator who? Senator who?
Grant, maybe. Don't disturb me when you see me now, Flo. Just accept anything but office visits. At least it's only the names losing him, but follow the concepts. Office visits. You can go on 4 office visits for just a co-pay of $800. Right? You have 10 visits per disability. You have things like 10 visits per disability, gynecologist visits. You have 80% of your medicine. All of that was for approximately $18 billion in their calculation. You even have dental in it. What is taking this government so long to have a proposal for discussion?
Yes.
For us to say that we can do this for our people? The best thing for out of the $1 trillion, because I don't want you to say we are now moving towards fiscal indiscipline. I talk about within the $395 billion that you had, we would have taken $18 billion out of it. Indeed, the People's National Party, as proved here, had it in our manifesto. The young lady that was carried as well and being paraded, I think the Bible says that when you give with your left, your right hand shouldn't know, or when you give with your right, your left hand shouldn't know. But the Prime Minister now have this young lady making advertisements when she was a victim of the Prime Minister's decision. The Prime Minister decided to act as he acted.
On a point of order, Mr. President. That is misleading the Senate. She was a victim of fraud by a gang selling land illegally attached to the Klansman gang. She was not a victim of the Prime Minister. That must be withdrawn. It is not appropriate.
With respect, the Prime Minister came to this Parliament and said he had given instructions that those houses
to tear down an illegally built structure on stolen land by a gang that was attached to your side.
He was the one
He was not an abuser, and you cannot do that. The statement must be withdrawn, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
the statement must be withdrawn.
He said no.
The statement must be withdrawn. The statement must be withdrawn. The statement must be withdrawn. You can't tell me anything. The statement is inaccurate and it is a lie. And it must be pulled back, Mr. President.
What's your ruling, sir?
The minister, I'm sorry. The minister Samuda pointed out that the Prime Minister did not give any instructions as suggested by
To demolish her house?
to demolish our house.
To demolish her house?
Let me finish now. I don't think that, I think that Senator Crawford's proposition is such that any right-thinking person listening to it would not in any way be misled. So he can continue.
You know what, Mr. President? You know what, Senator Lambert?
You want another presiding officer, you know?
Nobody gonna stop my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no. I got to keep. No, all I'm saying is that the house that was demolished was based on decisions made. All the realities that should have been considered remain the same. So nothing has changed in the decisions that were in her circumstance. At that time, she was a victim of fraud. At that time, what all the other things that are still the same wasn't considered in a alternative thing than licking down her house. So therefore, I don't understand. That is why they call him the demolition man. Now, let's go to some of the things that we don't necessarily agree. I'm coming to completion. Heart Trust. The separation of Heart from the Ministry of Education is indeed baffling. And now Heart is in the Prime Minister's office, and there has been constant failings, including what some of the unrest that we're seeing in the media today. But I indeed am a true supporter of Heart. The photo you're seeing here is 28th of November 2009. As president of the PMPYO, we awarded Mr. Siaga an award for his input and his concept of, that's me as a younger Rasta, of Heart. But more so, if you look at some of these photos, that is me going to Heart. As a member of Parliament, I attended Heart, and I know, yeah, you visited that site. And I have a certification in steel bending. I can make stirrup, I can make mutton, I can make all these things. Yeah. No, I was taking the young men of East Rural, so therefore I went to encourage them to go. We have to work. No, I'm telling you, I can go to Canada anytime. So I am encouraging the young people to take up Heart, because they were excellent teachers. Excellent teachers. And they came to the community and were willing to do projects in the community while they were training. So I must say. However, grand announcements re Heart tuition and admin fees being removed is fool's gold. Fool's gold. Everybody's excited about it, but so is everybody excited about fool's gold. Hanover is an example. The Prime Minister announced that up to level 4, tuition fees and admin fees will be removed. That's great. Let's see now. We need to go no further than pronouncements made in today's Observer. What does the pronouncement say in today's Observer? Managing Director of Heart Trust, NSTA, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, in the article titled Heart Ready to Grow, Ingleton told the Jamaica Observer that based on the announcements, the entity will be expecting a loss of $58.7 million. So $58.7 million reduction in institutional income. She went further to state that the target pre-announcement was 117,000 enrollments. Quick calculation shows that $58 million in losses is $502 per person. $502 per person. The Prime Minister came with $1 trillion budget. Made a big song and dance when the vast majority of people were paying nothing in the first place. There were only admin fees for level 2 and 3. And if you pay one time, you don't pay again. And then at level 4, only some courses had a fee of 20,000, maximum 60,000. The ones that have the largest fee, level 5, is not up to level 4. But it is celebrated because we all want something to happen for these young people. What value is this grand announcement? 58 million in $1 trillion budget? Yes. Because what it's doing now is set us up to castigate the youths that them worthless when nothing has changed for them. Nothing has changed. Now there is a waiting list currently. Let us look at one of them that train for the major industry that we have. That is hotel and tourism, Runaway Bay. They have a waiting list of approximately 2,000 people currently. Before the excitement and the this and the that, they have a waiting list. No, with all the new hotels that we build, there should be a second heart like Runaway Bay to expand that training. There's second. Let me give you my plan for heart as a art man, as a art graduate. I don't think the Prime Minister can say he's a art graduate. You have approximately 170 high schools in Jamaica, secondary schools, approximately 170. I said that we should do 50 per year. We give them $100 million to build out their TVET program. Because you know that the heart of $15 billion each year. It gets 15 billion coming to it each year. So you just said that. So we are in agreement. So therefore, instead of 58 million, let us really change this country by putting within the secondary schools 5 billion a year. In 4 years, every secondary school will gone. And they will then build out their TVET infrastructure. Them call it their TVET laboratory. Because technical subjects need some form of these skills. Let us build out their TVET laboratories. Now, these schools will then open at 5 p.m. to accept adults for evening school. Again, there's a good model that exists with the Stats St. Andrew Technical High School that have their full adult evening school after 5, like 5 to 9. Now, what that will also do is to increase accessibility, because if the Prime Minister thinks that $3,000 was a deterrent for 1 year, you imagine that a person have to find a way to get there. And congratulations to Heart give you lunch. So therefore, we're saying, let us take the next 4 years and build out the TVET infrastructure within the secondary schools. Because you know what, Senator Mayor? The infrastructure of schools is one of the most inefficient infrastructure investments in this country. The infrastructure of school is used basically from 8 to 4, 8 months, Monday to Friday. And all of that investment then lay until either a political meeting I keep or somebody want to use it. It's an underutilized infrastructure. So if we should now extend the utility of the infrastructure by putting in the TVET laboratories, imagine how accessible 200 new entities that is. That is what announcement is, not $502. No. Additionally, we should take the 11 billions being bamboozled from the NHT over the next 4 years to build dormitories in these schools that will allow our students from wherever to attend one of the schools with the TVET specialization that they're interested in. Because you can't put every TVET in every school. So you have to really know, make this one, these 10 is that, and these 10 is that, and these 10 is that. So a person of this interest now He then now goes and become a resident. I asked a contractor to tell me how much $200 million can do. He says, basically, a dormitory, $1 million per student, is reasonable. A reasonable expectation. So if you put 200 million in our school, you can put a dormitory for 200 children. Now you imagine how we can change this country when we can separate some of our at-risk youths from the influence of these communities and put them. We had that plan in the 70s when they used to go up to some of these areas and stay. That is how we change nations.
Transformative.
That's how we change nations. So therefore, I am not in celebratory mode because we are removing $58 million out of a $1 trillion budget, averaging $502 per person. That is in itself ridiculous. And I think I will have support from the Prime Minister. Because the Prime Minister said, and I'm not being unkind to the Prime Minister, I'm just using his words. Oh, I go on, I'll see my something cheap out there too. Yeah, sabotage. The Prime Minister said, and I quote, for heart, my heart plan, yes. Oh, before I go to the Prime Minister, I'm going to go to Minister Clark after that. I'm suggesting you go to Minister Clark and ask him for 30 billion to facilitate monthly stipends of 25,000 to every youth in heart that maintains attendance records and a grade point average. Not new money, not fiscal indiscipline, but from the 395 billion. If you think that's too much, allow me to quote from the Heart Trust NSTA 2022-2026 strategic plan. The strategic plan, it says, a ranking of 135th, was attained for organized crime and 148th for homicide rates per 100,000 people, population. Violence has resulted in a chaotic existence for many families and businesses and has stifled economic and social development. Data from the Inter-American Bank 2014 indicates that crime costs Jamaica approximately 3.99% of GDP. A coordinating multidimensional approach is needed to tackle the scourge of crime and violence in Jamaica. And Hart's role in developing the labor force through globally competitive training and employment of the crime strategy. So if we can induce participation, and a person who have to go hustle, how am I going to go hard? A person who have a look at youth and have to send something, how am I going to go hard? So therefore, I believe that if we could give them a 25,000 per month, it will take that thing. But the Prime Minister should agree. Mr. President, there is absolutely no reason, no excuse for the government with the circumstances we currently face to still be taking 11 billion per year from NHT. Senator Bunting, I want your local attention for this one. I see they say in X time, Minister Davis said no new taxes, but he wasn't taking $11 billion from NHT. What we have now is a continuation of taking $11 billion from the NHT to buttress the budget. So when we jump and say no new taxes, we should remind the people that the benefits that they could get from NHT is not being possible to the equal extent, because over the period of the Jamaica Labour Party, they must have gone 80 billion by now. You say we started. Yeah, man, but he once again he opens the door. When we started it, the Prime Minister, when we started it, he threatened to go to court, claiming it was unconstitutional. But then in 2017, the Prime Minister said, and I quote, "It should be clear to the entire Jamaica that is not the intention of government to use up the NHT money to do things other than build housing." This is 2017, I quote. I quote, "To do anything other than houses." He then says, I don't mind if you win a political battle that well, he broke his promise, or well, he can't be trusted, or whatever. You want to win in a political battle, that's fine, go ahead, win it. This is the person that said his philosophy is that NHT money should not be spent other than for houses. And now we continue even without the need. Without the need to take and take and take and take under the claim that we can say no new taxes. Then if the NHT money doesn't remain in the trust, then the NHT money, that portion is now a tax. That is a tax. It was a trust first. You know. That is why the trust used to set up on the benefit, and now it just go to the consolidated fund. We have to be careful what we do. Yeah, he did say that. Now, if you look throughout the promises that they assume that they have proposed, the thread is the same. After exorbitant increase in traffic fines targeted affecting mainly the transport operators, they're going to propose a benefit of approximately $4,000 a year. And they assume that that did it. But no, that didn't did it. And that didn't do it. In the charge of a tint is $500,000. Additionally, they would like the...
That's not so. I don't think it's $500,000 for... I saw that, you know, but I checked it and I don't think it's right.
All right, I'll accept I doesn't have all the numbers.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The fee...
I know you're not sure, sir.
That thin thing, it had come out in the social media and say it was 500 and then...
So you have corrected. No, and I will accept.
I'm just saying that you need to check.
Now that you challenge it, I will check.
No, not challenge it. I just...
But I'm going to confirm to you that the point remains the same. That the exorbitant increases in fees will not did it for the taximan when it is wiped away. Didn't did it. He didn't did it. They would like the youths that they seek favor and connection with the yang culture by claiming they're giving away helmets without reminding them that it's illegal still to buy a bike without helmets. Now that I'm sure of, because I pointed that out. That how can it be illegal to buy a bike without at the same time buy a helmet? So if the Prime Minister give Youth A helmet and he goes to buy a second bike, Youth A haven't benefited from the Prime Minister's helmet. No. He now have to go buy a new bike. So I expect you come to change this now with this new proposal that you're going to be giving helmets away. We will pay dearly, I put it to you, for the way we negotiated with our teachers. Mr. President, in 2020-2021, resignation 723 teachers. In 2021-2022, resignation 1,310 teachers, almost double. The impact isn't reflected in the numbers because one teacher is responsible in the secondary entities for up to 160 children. A teacher teaching 4 classes, which is the norm, 2 10th grade, 2 11th grade, is going to have in each class 40 students. So every time you have a teacher missing, that is going to be 160 students. What do we have now? We have today's date, about 2 months from CXC, that schools are still in the Sunday paper, advertising 6 spaces and 7 spaces. And what we have done is to make Jamaica uncompetitive for the services of our teachers, and also that we have increased the intent in the way that the negotiations were handled for our teachers to migrate. This have been captured. Mr. President, this is a poll budget that was aimed to take advantage of the lack of information, a poll budget in the public. But if you think that did it, you made a sad mistake. I asked the taximen, and they respond 4 grand after taking 400 grand. No, it didn't did it. I asked the youth who have given up on the prosperity plan, do you think it did it? They say no, it didn't did it. I asked the grand announcements, did it? If they said making what's already free, it didn't do it for me. I asked the teachers, Did it. They told me to ask their travel agents because it did it. I asked the children getting 1 lunch per week, did it. They say no, it didn't it. I asked the entertainment practitioners who can't get a permit due to daily states of emergency, did it. No, it didn't it. I asked the single mothers. And Mr. President, I asked the posters. And the unfortunate answers will be, no Mr. H, no Mr. C. This budget did it for me. Respect and thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back once again. I really hope you have watched the full clip, and what can I really say is that I really love Damion Crawford because of how he truly speaks the truth. There's no anyone who in Jamaica or any leader who can truly come out and speak the truth about the people of Jamaica. Maybe it's simply because maybe they are afraid they can be sacked out of job, or they can maybe anything bad can happen to them. But I really love Damion Crawford because he truly comes out and tells the people of Jamaica the truth. Yes, we all know when you are a leader, there's a lot of challenges you really face. A lot of leaders, they have a lot of challenges. Caribbean leaders, African leaders. We are not talking about only the people of Jamaica and Holiness. We are talking across all over the world. A lot of leaders that really came out and they really have a lot of problems just because maybe they have bad advisors, or maybe they have someone who doesn't advise them very well. We have all seen cases of corruption in Africa. We have all seen cases of corruption in Caribbean countries, and corruption is not a new thing to all these countries. Corruption is everywhere, but it's really determine what your leader really see upon his local people. Other leaders, yes, we can allow maybe they are corrupt, they are puppet leaders, they are greedy leaders, but they are those who truly take care of their people. But what can really just say that according to Damion Crawford is that a lot of people, they are really tired of maybe the way PM is really ruling Jamaica. A lot of Jamaicans have really come out and really crying out for help because they are saying that corruption in Jamaica is at the highest level. It has a lot of greedy leaders, puppet leaders who doesn't want to do their jobs. Their job is just to put this money in their pocket, to fill their pocket, and to benefit their families. They ain't looking upon the local people who really choose them. They prefer to benefit themselves rather than those people who really choose them or appoint them to be leaders. And this is the reason why a lot of Jamaicans, they're really crying out for help. And you can see whenever maybe the people of Jamaica is truly speaking in anyone, a lot of people really just come out and say that maybe we are tired of this government, we really need you to change this. And a good leader is that leader who truly listens. We are not saying that the people of Jamaica and Holiness is a bad leader. A lot of leaders, they have their own challenges. A good leader is that one who listens to his people and knows what his truly people really want. We have all seen Damion Crawford is truly talking about the crime rate in Jamaica has still increased. The reason that maybe a lot of people or youths are going into this crime is because there's no job. And when a leader see maybe there's an increased rate in crime rate, a good leader is that one leader who truly makes sure that he will provide job opportunities to his people. He will make sure that the youths who are idols in the streets, who are idols in the hoods, he will truly make sure that these youths, they have jobs. Whenever youth has a job, he can't have that mind to go and steal from people's pocket. He doesn't have that mind to go and shoot people in the street so that at least he can get something to eat or to take to his families. And this is the reason why we have all seen there's a lot of Jamaicans who are really going to abroad to look for greener pastures. There's a lot of Jamaicans who are in America, who are in Australia, who are in Canada. It's not because they hate Jamaica, no, it's just because they're trying to look for greener pastures and they truly support Jamaicans. And yeah, they truly support Jamaicans, and we all seen whenever they go there, good thing about the Jamaicans, they usually prefer to retire in Jamaica so that at least to come and create more development in the country. A lot of people have really been talking about how this government, it has really give more advantage to the local investors, people like Chinese. They're saying that the people of Jamaica is giving Chinese more advantages than the local people. When you are local people to start a business in Jamaica, it's so hard. But when Chinese people come to this country, they are being given 5 years free, not to pay tax. But when you are a local person, it's kind of hard to start a business in Jamaica, and this is the reason why a lot of people are really coming out and really crying out for this government. We are not saying that Jamaican Chinese people are bad people. No, Chinese people, they have really also helped the development of Jamaica, and they have also helped to raise the standard of Jamaica, because right now a lot of people have been talking about Jamaica because of how it's a good country, because of how it has really developed fast. And this is the reason why we are seeing a lot of tourists that are really flocking to Jamaica. Jamaica is the amongst leading country visited in the Caribbean. And when a country it has good reputation, let also his government or the leaders have the good reputation, because the leaders are the ones who truly decide how a country looks like. Leaders are the ones who decide who will come to that country or not, because whenever you are being led by maybe by a bad leader or a puppet leader, always he will ruin the reputation of your country. Talk about President Ibrahim Traore. President Ibrahim Traore, he has a very good reputation across all over Africa and all Caribbean. Everyone wants just to go to Burkina Faso to see what President Ibrahim Traore he has really done to his country. And this man is truly doing a great job. This is a true definition of a true captain. That's what I can really say. Ibrahim Traore has really made sure that his government is free from corruption. It doesn't allow any leaders who is greedy, and this is the reason why maybe Burkina Faso is still prospering, it's still developing. And they really came out of statistics really said that President Ibrahim Traore is amongst the poorest president in Caribbean and Africa. What does this really tell you? It really tells you that this man is not a great leader. He's doing the work according to the will of his people. He's listening to his people and he's doing what is right. And this is what we really want our Caribbean leaders to do. This is what we really want our African leaders to do. To copy notes from President Ibrahim Traore, and this is where we'll start to see that we can do these things on our own and just stop depending on this maybe Western countries. So guys, we really hope maybe the people of Jamaica will rectify some things and maybe we will change. And if it was the first time you come across my video, guys, please don't forget to like this video, give this video a thumbs up, so that at least it can reach many people who are from diaspora and to reach many Jamaicans. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you whenever you are. One love.